Here we are in Nottingham talking to Lisa Stevens, one of UK eTwinning ambassadors. Could you tell us a few words about yourself, Lisa?
Hello. Well, yeah, my name's Lisa and I teach languages, teach Spanish at a primary school in Sutton Coldfield, which is near Birmingham. I teach there 2 days a week, and my main task is teaching Spanish to the children from the age of 7 to 11. But the whole school learns Spanish from nursery, so that's 3-year-olds, right up to 11 when they leave. My background is as a secondary language teacher, so I used to teach children between the age of 11 and 16, but I always wanted to teach younger children because I think that's the best time to learn a language is when you're young, when you're just like a little absorbent sponge and you just accept what you're told, and you want to investigate, you want to have fun. And I find that the children really enjoy learning Spanish. But I'm also at the school the international coordinator, so I'm in charge of bringing the international dimension into our school curriculum.
How long have you been eTwinning ambassador?
I became an eTwinning ambassador about 5 years ago, almost by accident. When I first started at the school, the ICT coordinator had signed up to do some eTwinning, and as he'd found a school in Spain, in Leganés, which is near Badajoz, who wanted to do a project with us. And as I was the person that could speak Spanish, he asked me would I help him with the project, and then it became would I like to be heavily involved in the project, and then it became would you like to lead the project. So having done this project, which was called Somos lo que celebramos, which was all about festivals and comparing our experiences of festivals in each of the countries. At the end of that, I won an eTwinning award in the UK, which was a bit of a surprise. I didn't know I was even entered. And after that, I was invited to take part in an eTwinning PDW in Prague. Well, in fact, it was here. It was in Nottingham. It wasn't even in Prague. And I became an ambassador then, and then I've been to Prague twice. I went to Varna last year as an eTwinning ambassador. So about 5 years, but kind of much more actively in the last 2 or 3.
What's your experience with eTwinning?
Well, our first project, as I said, was called Somos lo que celebramos, which was a year-long project with a primary school in Spain. And we did a calendar of all the different festivals that we had in England and in Spain, and we compared and contrasted and looked at things like in England, Christmas is the 25th of December, Father Christmas brings your presents. In Spain, their big day is the 6th of January, and Reyes, and the wise men bring their presents. And it was very interesting to compare, and looking at Easter. You know, we have Easter eggs at Easter. In Spain, they make nice fancy cakes called monas, and it's much more religious festival there, with the parades and everything. We looked at Shrove Tuesday, at the beginning of Lent, and how in England we make pancakes, and in Spain they have a carnaval, they dress up and have like a high-spirited festival. And we also looked at how in Spain they have saints' days, and they have special festivals just for their town. That was our first project, and through that the children at school really opened their eyes to a world outside their walls. I teach in a school where the children come from not privileged backgrounds, but they're not deprived. You know, they're quite middle class, quite well off. So they do understand about other countries. You know, they understand there's something beyond where they live. But it really opened their eyes to what the children in other countries are actually quite similar to them and do the same kinds of things. So that was our first project, and then this year we're doing some more projects. We've got 3 going on. We're involved in one called Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, which is going to be making some stars, greeting cards for Christmas, and exchanging those with schools around Europe. We were involved in one for the European Day of Languages, where we recorded counting up to 10 in our own language, and because we're learning Spanish, we did it in Spanish too, and we exchanged those with other schools across Europe, so we learned how to count in lots of different languages, which was really great. And our big project at the moment is called Greetings Across the Miles, and yesterday I posted 47 postcards to various schools across Europe, and it started off as an idea that we had to celebrate the European Day of Languages and celebrate all the different languages we speak, and just send a simple postcard to another school so that they can see what our area looks like, so that just a few words, and we asked that people could send them back to us with a greeting in their language, and perhaps if they wanted to write a bit more, that would be lovely too. So we've been receiving postcards from Italy, France, Spain, Lithuania, Croatia, Turkey, Finland, all over the place. And it's really exciting, and the children are very excited about what's going on. And once we receive them, we put them on a Google map. So we put it on a map on the internet so that the children can look at the place markers. And we also have a big display at school where we've posted all the postcards, and it's really, really exciting. And the children are really enjoying it because they can actually see what's going on, and they can see the outcomes in a very visual way, not just on the classroom wall, but also online, so we can share that with lots of people.
How do you motivate your colleagues from school to get involved in a project?
Okay. They're very good in terms of if I ask them, could you do this, could you do that? So it's at the stage where I ask them, can they do stuff? For example, when we were doing the project with the school in Spain, I said, okay, we're talking about festivals. In your literacy lesson, when you're doing your writing, do you think that the children could do like a short postcard or a short piece about something? And they did that. Some of the staff come up with their own ideas. So during that project, one of my colleagues said, "Oh, well, we're doing this fundraising event. Do they do comic relief in Spain?" And I said, "No, they don't." So her class actually did an explanation for the children in Spain of what they were doing in their class, and that was an idea she'd come up with. It wasn't something I'd asked. So that's really great. Sometimes it is difficult because as teachers we have hundreds of things to do, and it's difficult sometimes to find that extra time to fit in little bits. But I think if you ask people to do things that are very, very small, very manageable, and they aren't beyond what they normally do, and it fits in with what they're doing already, I find that my colleagues are really, really good about doing that. And also over time, as we're now on our third or fourth project, they've seen the benefits for the children and how much the children have enjoyed doing it, and the new outlook they have on, you know, foreign countries. Now it's still slightly exotic, it's still exciting for them, but they don't see people who come from another country as strange anymore, because they see actually they're quite like us.
So you have a quite good and quite rich experience. We wish you lots of luck and lots of projects and partners in the future, and I hope you will have a lot from Croatian teachers too.
Thank you very much.